Hi, I'm Maggie, and you're watching either Maggie Ann's Psychic World playlist on YouTube or you're watching Maggie Ann's Psychic World on the Facebook page. I am going to go over a list of things that I wanted to catch up from my last video on Summer Wells' disappearance, June 15th, 2021. My last video was July 15th, 2021. And it's been over a spirit investigation, as a psychic investigation that I have been interested in. I have a background in paranormal activity history for years that I have shared on both YouTube and Facebook that you can take your time and explore and look at. Since 2012, I have been posting as a psychic person with evidence of the afterlife. And these clues that were given to me last that I discussed about with Summer Wells' disappearance. I've got a butterfly circulating me. And, the clues that were given to me by the spirit world were words. And the first words were broken neck. That stood out dramatically. Of course it would. Broken neck, woman, addict, like the addict in the ceiling, not as in drugs. Well was elaborated on a lot by people watching my videos. And Interstate 81. Later, I was given car and garage, and then Waffle House. And I did a research on the Waffle Houses in the area of Summer Wells residence and where Donald Wells works, and there's a lot of them. I saw Donald Wells on bike nights in Northwest Arkansas years ago, and it was not a rowdy thing, or it was very social, laid-back atmosphere, and they were every week, certain day of the week that we'd all get together and watch music and socialize and dance and then go home by sundown. So it was very nice. It was enjoyable place for us to have a social time. And most of the motorcycle riders from the mountain areas would have a storage room where they would put their motorcycles to meet on weekends, and they'd go on pack rides and meet and have breakfast, whatever, and then go on a pack ride because I didn't want to drive at night in the mountains. I'm in the Ozark Mountains, and this I'm talking about is in the Ozarks. So a lot of people will have storage rooms to keep their toys and go pick them up when they want to use them. And so that brought off alarms for me, and I reported him to possibly have a storage room either in Tennessee or Arkansas, and that's the only thing I've ever reported, because I personally remembered him from bike nights. So that's nothing to do with psychic. That's actually happened. Okay. Disclaimer is that what I am saying here, everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law by USA Protection of Citizens' Rights. And my disclaimer is that everything that I am saying here is based on my opinions on my paranormal psychic investigation with the spiritual world, that it's not anything that I'm accusing anyone of, and it's not based on factual evidence at this time. And this is just a paranormal investigation of the psychic world. Okay, so I remembered Donald from bike nights, and I cleared up about the addict not being in drugs. It's a ceiling, and it would have been a first alternative place to put Summer if something happened to her, because I'm still convinced that an accident happened. And everything that, besides the swimming scenario I gave on my last video, the other scenario I had that was really strong for me was something with the boys. An accident with the boys could have happened with Summer when they got home that sent the parents into protection mode and wanting to keep secrets and keeping up with a planned structure of how they wanted to present themselves in public eye, because they were sticking to it. And it's very programmed, and it's really not a lot of natural in it. Everybody can see that. There is some natural body into it, but not a whole lot. So I'm thinking that I was thinking either around the swing area outside, but then Summer could have went inside the house, and one of the boys could have pushed her, and she could have fallen down the stairs. The stairs were very steep, no railing, and easily that an accident could have happened like that, and it would send protective mode in with the parents, and it would answer for a lot of the behaviors that we are seeing with the interview with their oldest son at Donald Wells' side on cameras. You notice none of the other boys are there, just one, and this oldest son was also being cradled a lot by Candace after Summer's disappearance. I noticed in church, Candace was wrapping her arm around him in the pew and comforting him, and those were red flags for me. Those were standing out. Why is this one child being given more attention than the rest? And here's Java again. He wants up here with me. Okay, Javi. Okay, Java. And let's see. So I was thinking about either one of the boys, something could have happened accidental, and whatever their past was in the family, they might want to hide some secrets, some denials that they have been not addressing in their family structure, that et cetera, that has put us in this position with Summer Wells at this time. And also I had some dreams. I had a dream. Dreams are symbolic. That's what dreams are. They're not a vision, they're symbolic. And I had a dream that I was at the Wells residence, and Candace appeared to me as a mixed breed Labrador, a golden retriever mixed breed, small in size, and jumped on me, and I hugged her, and then I saw from above a red tent, a big red tent, like an army-sized red tent. And it was sitting above the 3 streams on pebbles, on some rocks. There's streams around the Wells house, so I'm thinking that's what it is that I saw, that's why, another reason why I think something happened at the home, because of that red building I saw as a tent. I think something happened there, an emergency happened there. And then I saw on another separate day, after I was asleep, after I was dreaming and I was about to wake up, I saw in a trance state between sleep and awake, I saw a paramedic truck going up Summer's home driveway and a fire truck following behind it. And that one stuck with me. It was really strong. Red and emergencies you don't want to ignore. Those are symbolic of being connected. That means I'm connected. That's what that is telling me. I'm connected to something, and my intuition and my psyche is all connecting, and it's giving me these messages. That's what being a part of the paranormal is about. I have some other issues on my Facebook page that I use as a diary that would relate to what I have just described here in history, with the flashing lights and red, and other people seeing them at the same time I was in their dreams. And that week emergencies happened that involved hundreds of people, and I document all that in my Facebook page, and you can see those there. as a diary, psychic diary. So I know I really feel something happened in that home that day, and it's keeping my attention there. And the things that happened around the boys is sending red flags to me. When Donald was asked, do you think the person who did this should be arrested, go to jail, and he couldn't answer that right away with the yes, like most of us would. I think it's because he's protecting somebody. I don't really think it's him. I think he's covering. I'm thinking he's doing what a dad would do, what a husband would do, what the man of the house would do. I think that's what he's doing. That's the way he was raised. That's the way he was brought up. And I think that's whatever negative people have opinion of him. I can't, I'm not the jury and the judge to there's a butterfly again on my right shoulder, to, that's a sign, to, convict him. I am stating what this is leading to, all connecting, the dots are connecting here. The boy on the interview on camera with the news stations, the church videos of the boy being cradled in the pews by Candace, the protections are so much. Who would not protect their kids, their boys, in something like that? There isn't anyone who would turn their back. There isn't anyone. So putting this in the dot, connecting the dots, to me, that is a really high possibility scenario right there, that something happened with one of the boys and they are protecting their parents. They're going to protect him. Plus they have maybe other issues that they don't want public to know about or authorities to know about. The majority of what Donald and Candace responses are what they think child protection services would want to hear. Candace saying, I went in the house and I washed my hands. That's to make her look good to child protection services. The things that they're saying are really influenced by child protection services. They want to look good by child protection services. So, I mean, if you can't see that, I don't know what to say, because it stands out for me. Though they're very protective of wanting to keep their kids. So that's what I think happened. Why? Let's see. I believe Donald has lied a lot. He lied about the dogs. There's no way 13 dogs left that day. There's no way. Besides that, the police officers, when they arrived, they said, do you always have this many dogs around? On June 15th, 2021. So the dogs were there. There's dogs on camera with the investigators, detectives. The dogs were there. So he lied about that. He is protecting somebody. And I don't think it's so much just him. I think it's what several people in that family have done. I don't think it's one person. Their dog trail used is a lie, because the detectives and investigators said Summer's scent stopped at the driveway, that it didn't go down the driveway, it stopped at the driveway. None of them said that her scent went down a dog trail. None of them. They even announced after that was first being a narrative, a false narrative, that no one ever said that. Officials announced that no one ever said that. That's just a false narrative. So Donald does lie, but it's all to protect. That's what his lies are connecting to. The dots are connecting to protect. And let's see. I believed, I wanted to say, I believe from some other investigations I did, that somebody that goes to their church is the one that told child protection services to investigate the Wells and Bly home. I believe somebody in that church is the one who told probably more than one person. And that's probably why there's so many videos, because they were looking for substantial evidence to support their allegations. Those videos weren't just taken for fun. A lot of them are on Summer specifically. So, and from what I've saw, I don't want to give out too many details on this video on how I found these on my psychic investigations, but that's where the person is pointing to, or people's apostrophe S, to have been reporting from the church. I don't know who. Oh, I can't give names. So, also, I did a card reading that I shared on post, and I had to break those up in 3 segments because my camera kept shutting off, and I had to load up 3 separate videos. And I noticed a lot of people were looking at the first video, not realizing that there were more than one video on that card reading. And that card reading showed that the officers and investigations and detectives are on the right track. Things are moving the way planned, and there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. We're going to be seeing a lot of things that, there's going to be people disappointed because they are wanting to see things a certain way out of hate, anger, animosity, revenge, whatever. It's not based on anything factual going on, or the law, or motives, or anything any substance other than not even psychic. I mean, it's just being mean. Some people are just being mean, and they want to play judge, they want to play jury and prosecute without even knowing how anything happened. And from what I've seen, it is, in America, we have laws that protect us, our privacy on telephone calls. We cannot record without telling somebody at the beginning of the call, I am recording this phone call. If you don't tell somebody that you're recording them while you're talking and you're doing it, that's illegal. It's a violation of privacy, and Tennessee has laws in that. And anybody could Google search Tennessee's laws for recording telephone call, and you will see that. To take away from Summer is just that. It's taking away from Summer, and any negativity that revolves around something like that is just going to be beneficial to whoever's guilty here, because it's going to be harder on prosecutors to hold codes in legal procedures when a defendant attorney can say, well, how do we know? Because this damaging, this my client was being damaged all along, that kind